In today's video, I want to show you a very simple but very effective techniques on how you can feel better immediately by just reframing and changing your thoughts. So stay with me until the end of the video and let me know how it works for you. Hi, this is Monica. I talked recently in my last video about how important it is to observe our thought processes and to become aware what's going on there, what thoughts are coming in. Remember, we can never control what thoughts are popping up because we get influenced by so many different things outside our situations, what we see, what we hear consciously or subconsciously, everything we take in through our senses. And also what comes up through our program. So we cannot control what thoughts come in, but we can control how we react on these thoughts and what we do. Or if we buy into that thought, do I want to think that thought? Do I want to believe that belief? Or what is it, what I really want to think instead? How do I want to feel? I recently was working on a project and one day I felt really demotivated. I had no motivation to go and do my work, to work on this project. I procrastinated. What I did then is I was observing what's going on there. What's the thought I'm thinking? And I discovered the thought that was coming in over and over again, and the thought was, this doesn't work. Now, when I think the thought, this doesn't work, and I go with it, and then believe it's not working, I feel obviously very frustrated and disappointed. And feeling disappointed or frustrated and thinking that's not working, I obviously don't take the right, if any, action. And that doesn't bring me to my goal. Now I will show you a technique how you can change this. Because I'm sure you know that when you suddenly don't feel like doing something, and I can tell you this is all because you had an initial thought that was causing that feeling. And when you feel that feeling that was caused by that thought, you take an action that you probably don't want to do, or you don't take any action at all. And when you don't take then any action like I did, I felt after that even worse. And the initial thought of that doesn't work got even stronger because I felt frustrated, because I didn't feel motivated, because I didn't take any action towards my goals. So the thought became stronger, and instead of that doesn't work, I even thought it will never work. You never reach your goal. So you see this downward spiral, and what comes always first is our thought. You know, we are all the same. Our thoughts create our reality. And I know you've heard it so many times. I will show you today with this simple technique why and how this is real and how you can change it by using the same rule that our thoughts create our reality. So what I want you to do now is get a pen and paper. On the paper, I want you to draw a line vertically and 3 lines horizontally. And the left column is the negative one, and the right one is the positive one. Then you write thoughts, feelings, and actions. And I will go with the example, this thought, this doesn't work. Now I want you to think of one negative thought that's coming up over and over again. Or think about the last time you felt really down. What what did you think at that situation? So in my case was, this is not working. Now when I thought, this is not working, I felt frustrated. And I also felt disappointed. And because I felt so frustrated and disappointed, I procrastinated. My action was actually no action. And because I didn't take any action, because I procrastinated, my initial thought became even stronger. I thought then, this will never be working. So you see, this thought became stronger. And then of course I felt even worse and obviously didn't do anything. So that's how our thoughts influence or cause our feelings, and then our feelings cause our reaction or our action, and that creates our reality. If I work towards a goal, if I work on the project and I have the thought, this is not working, it will become my reality. Because if I then feel frustrated and if I procrastinate, guess what? It's not working because I'm not working towards it. So you see what's actually behind this big thing. Our thoughts produce our reality. That's why. So what do I do now with this knowledge? What am I doing with that so that it doesn't become my reality? I flip it to the positive version of it, and I don't flip it to a positive version which I actually don't believe. So I would not flip it into the positive version. Everything I do is always working out perfectly. I mean, that's great, but I don't believe it. Especially once I'm in the state of frustration, in the frequency of disappointment and negative thoughts. What is the next positive version I can believe? So let's take the thought, this is never working, and flip it into a positive version. One positive version would be, this is working and soon I will see positive results. So I flipped the thought, this is never working, into, this is working and soon I will see amazing results. Well, it's possible because I don't know yet if what I'm doing is working or not. So both of that is same true or not true. I don't know now if it's working or not while I'm still in the process of doing. So I can buy into the thought, and that's a choice. This is never working, or I choose to think, to replace, to reframe this thought into, this is working and soon I will see amazing results. Now when I think the thought, when I choose to think the thought, this is working and soon I will see amazing results, how do I then feel? I feel hope, and what do I also feel? I feel actually excited. And when I feel hopeful and excited, what action will I take towards my goal? Well, I will probably see what I can do next and then start working, because I feel this hope, I feel this excitement about the amazing results. My action then will be, I will take action, for example, by reviewing what I already have and then starting to work on it, or continuing working on my project. Now, let's go back. So when I think, instead of this is never working, which brings me down, I choose to think instead, this is working and soon I will see amazing results. That makes me feel hopeful and excited. And when I feel hopeful and excited, I probably take action. I will go back to my project, review everything I've done, and get clarity of what are the next steps, continue working on it and having fun while doing that. And when I took the action, when I went back to the project because I felt so hopeful and excited, what is my thought that will then come? Well, the thought would be, oh, that's actually so much fun working on that. I love working on that. Oh my God, now I see where I have to go. You see, the spiral, instead of going down, went up. And I feel better. And it goes up and up and up. But only because I changed the initial thought. Again, the thoughts that come up, we can't really change. But it's our choice what we choose to think and to act on. What we choose to focus. And that's why our thoughts create our reality, because we then either go into a frequency of negativity and we don't do anything, or we do negative actions, like things that don't bring us towards our goal, do anything else but what we want to do actually, or we think amazing thoughts, positive thoughts, we choose that. And then we feel good, and then we take action and we go after our goals. So, how can you now do this frequently? Well, I really recommend to write down. I really recommend to develop a habit of journaling, because when we journal, we can easily observe our thoughts and our thought patterns. And then it's easy to see the thoughts that are negative, that obviously won't bring us towards our goal. They demotivate us and they lead us to not taking action or doing other things or even taking negative actions. But if we see our thoughts, if we become aware of our thoughts, then we can always choose, oh, this thought come in again. Again I thought it's not working. Again I thought I can't. Again there is this thought which tells me no one likes me, or whatever it is. Once you observe it, you always have the choice to go with it or to reframe it. And if you practice this over and over again, and really I recommend to write this down as often as you can, but I also invite you during the day to observe your thoughts. And whenever you observe a thought that you don't like to think, a negative thought, then try it out just in your mind. What is it that I actually want to think instead? And here's the thing. Sometimes we don't know what our thoughts are. Sometimes we just catch the feeling and suddenly, and this was in my case, I felt that I didn't like to do it. I felt not motivated. So there was the feeling first. But you can step into that tool wherever you are. So if you couldn't manage to observe your thoughts, but you suddenly feel disappointed or feel frustrated or whatever the negative feeling is, you can also step in there and then investigate, become a detective, investigate what was the thought that made me feel that way, because it's always a thought that makes us feel. It's always the thought first, either it's conscious or subconscious. But if we investigate, like I did, I felt demotivated. I felt like I didn't want to work. on this project anymore. I felt disappointed and frustrated. So I tapped into that feeling, and then I investigated what was the thought I was just thinking before, because I know that the thought is the reason for my feeling. And then I found that thought, this is not working. And there I can go and just choose to reframe it into the next possible positive version. This is working, and soon I will see amazing results. And I choose to think that thought instead. And immediately I not only change my thought, but I change my feelings, I change my frequency, and from that state of excitement and hopefulness, I go and take action. So I hope this helped you, and try it out. Let me know and share in the comments how this worked for you, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye!